Hey everybody, welcome back to more Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete, where last time we just did the Brave Labyrinth and we got some pretty dang good goodies out of it. The biggest goodie of all being the Hero's Talisman, magically boost parties' attacks. It is essentially the best boosting magic in the game, all for an MP cost of 1. Attack is increased on everybody. It's basically this on steroids. Power Drive, no longer needed. We just use this and we're good to go. That's why it's on Lamina, so she can just use it right away, especially for just instant, I'm going to do something right away. It gives her something else to do as well. But we're going to do another bonus optional dungeon today, and to prepare for it, we're pretty much going to have the exact same stuff going on with the Cannot Be Charmed stuff. So just make sure you get some more of those in vain if you don't have them, if you haven't got them in the last episode either. It's pretty much a good time for that. And I'm just going to keep on this combo on Ronfire as well, just so we have that going on, because it's nice to have that regardless, since you're not really going to be attacking them that often. But if you want, you could. Either way, what we're going to do is we're actually just going to warp straight there, since we've been there already while we explore the world in order to fill up this checklist. So right here, the Dragon's Nest. Don't even need to take the Destiny to get there. You just warp straight there. But if you don't know where it's at, if you kind of skip that part of me finding it, I'll point it out right now. It's right outside where Penaglia used to be, so it's not that big if you do it to find. Just drive up right to Penaglia where it was, and then there you go. Bonus dungeon. This place is actually really easy when it comes to the enemies here, and I'll explain why in a second. The Harpies are the only one you have to worry about when it comes to the charm stuff. None of them are actually doing it this time, so I don't have to worry about it. But Harpies are resistant to all magic, so you're pretty much just going to be smacking them in the face. And with Hero with his Altina sword, and I can attack more than what my attack says, we're good there. We just do that. Since they're all resistant to magic, you just sit there and just spam the attack button for everybody. Just do that, and I'm going to have you buff everybody up. So these things here, when the AR are just kind of sitting there, when they're not flapping their wings, they're just going to hit somebody, no big deal. But when they are flapping the wings, that's when they do the charm magic, of course. So just do that, and then Leo just get off an attack as well. And that's pretty much the battle, honestly. Especially with this attack buff right here. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And boop, boop, boop. Okay, not quite there, but Hero's gonna take care of it. Especially with his insane amount of attacks and crits and all that. Yeah, pretty easy. But we're gonna head right up here to get our first item and another battle while we're at it as well. The Blood Wyverns, which they are resistant to pretty much charm, just instant death stuff, paralysis and poison, seal, sleep, and even wind. They have no real weaknesses, so pretty much just go and attack them as well. When they are just kind of motionless like this, they're just going to attack somebody and just like swipe them with their claws. When they're flapping their wings, they're just going to shoot out like a circular ring at somebody just from their mouth, and it's going to hit somebody. So again, just attack. Not a big deal there. We don't have to worry too much in this place. The only real issue with the Wyverns is their flapping attack, because those rings that they shoot out, the onion rings, they do a decent chunk of damage, and if a lot of them are doing it, it can easily down a character. So yeah, just be careful for that. If you see them doing that, they do take a little longer to attack than the other ones. So if you can get rid of them first, it's better. But yeah, it does a lot of damage, and again, a lot of them doing it, it can be hurt territory. All right, and now time to get our first item right over here. The Goddess Hairpin. This will definitely be in handy for, I believe it's Jean. Yep, Jean, a little bit more defense. I will take it. We're pretty much getting better equipment than we got in the final dungeons of the game. We're pretty much getting the more ultimate equipment, I guess. Just get rid of you really quick. The biggest thing with this dungeon you gotta worry about is just the fact that it's a maze. It's a long winding maze with tons of enemies, which can be a dwindle on your resources if you're not careful, but if you just take the right path, in this case, if you're going left, then you'll be fine. Which I'll try to make it as simple as possible for you to follow along. Basically, just go to the upper left. But let me just heal Ronfire really quick, because those Wyverns basically just onion ringed him to death there. Yeah, that can hurt a lot, like I said. And on the next floor, we start up pretty high up, but there's only one real item in this area, but there's a lot of enemies to deal with as well. just head down and just over to the right over here. Because the item we're looking for is actually going to be a little bit further down. Let me make sure to heal Gene. Those stupid wyverns and their onion rings, I swear. Just go straight down to the right and then up. And there we go. The Goddess Bracelet will definitely come in handy indeed. We just got better equipment for Ronfar right there. A little bit more defense. It's not a lot, but it's still better than his best stuff that he had before. So yeah. Now if we want to get out of here, we need to head to the left. And of course, I left the new enemy on screen, so let me just make sure that everybody's healed up to snuff. That ought to do it. And continuing on. The Doppelganger only has one real attack, but their attack is a doozy. They pretty much will just mutate into any one of your party members, and they'll have their attacks and their magic spells. So you want to get rid of them before they even have a chance to do that, because having someone have the same amount of stats as you do, yeah, it could be a little bit of a problem. I mean, it's not too big of a deal if you get rid of them before that, but yeah, they're just deal with it. Just deal with it pretty much. Which again is going to be the exact same way I've dealt with everything in this dungeon so far. The resistance to pretty much charm, paralysis, poison, seal, sleep, and obviously instant death, because you don't want to have the doppelganger just immediately die. But past that, yeah, we're just going to be attacking things outright. It's the usual nonsense. Ow. Yeah, get rid of this thing as soon as possible. Has a lot of HP though, so it might take multiple turns to get rid of it. And I could have maybe done a little bit extra to get rid of it. Uh-oh, that could be a problem, because Hero can do a lot. So far, it's not that bad. So, get rid of you, and you. And I think you noticed for a split second there, it's now called the Death Doll because it mutated into Hero.
Take care of this.
Okay, so it's casting magic. I think that's one of the worst things it could possibly do right now. I mean, it's not terrible because it's Hero's magic, but still. If we get my hero to go first, that'd be great. Why? Out of all the magic it could have done, it increased its agility. Yay. Bye. All right, Hero gains a level at least for killing himself in a weird way. Hooray, I guess? Either way, if we want to get out of here, we just head this way and you can immediately see the door and go straight up and we're on the next floor. That rhymed. I'm sorry for that. Either way, new floor. But yeah, this one is a little bit winding, but it's not too big of a deal. We just go around. And Jean gains a level. Lamina gains a level. The item we're looking for on this floor is going to be in the upper right. I'm totally fine with you dodging me most of the time. And Ronfar gains a level. All right, right up here, we grab the Nameless Sword. This definitely might come in handy indeed because it's essentially Leo's ultimate weapon. It brings down his agility and speed, but those buffs, we'll take it. We will take it indeed. And I need to kill Jean again. There we go. All right, moving on. In order to get out of this floor, we just need to head to the upper left. So just kind of make your way over to the left. All right, now that they're dealt with, we just keep going to the upper left and we get to the door, which I should heal first because, again, the wyverns, they're onion rings of doom. I don't like onion rings, and this just solidifies that fact. Next floor, we have an item in the upper left, which this one is definitely indeed worth it to get. We just need to not get in a battle. Right up here, we get the Dragon Shield. Definitely will come in handy indeed because it is Hero's best shield in the game. There we go. And I need to heal Jean again. Those wyverns every single time just love targeting Jean with the onion rings. All right, and in order to get off of this floor, we just need to head to the upper right, which isn't that long to get to, just more enemies to deal with. Those darn onion rings. They just like, bam, Hero's dead. Bam, Jean's dead. I'm past that. Pretty easy. There we go. Then we gotta go down in order to get to the upper right. All right, and then right over this way. Just ignore all the other pathways. And now, right over this way, another doppelganger, of course. Leo gains a level. Level 57. All right, with that other doppelganger out of the way, they actually kind of pile on how many doppelgangers you fight. There was 3 in that battle. There we go, we get the Sage Staff, which can come in handy, honestly. It just depends on if you even like to use that. Mutes your enemies. Would be useful. Honestly, I need to get Jean some stuff. And Ronfar, because I need to actually heal again. There we go. All right, moving on. And all we need to do to get out of this one is just go up this way. And this should lead right outside. Which is actually kind of cool, since we're outside, we can actually see quite a bit of the field from here. If you actually take a look around, you can see just it's a nice landscape. It's kind of pixely and weird looking, but back then, that's kind of impressive, just seeing that kind of pixel work. We get a nice little glimpse down there. We saw a little bit of treasure that we're going to be looking for. And we don't see anything down there just yet, but we need to make our way there first. Let's go back inside. And then make our way around. Not exactly sure why this place is called the Dragon's Nest, honestly. There is a lot of wyverns, so I guess that counts. Because there was like 5 in that battle, and they just totally destroyed me with their onion rings. But yeah, just put on a couple more starlights, make sure everybody's good to go. I'm actually starting to use the big attacks because of the wyvern onion rings. I don't want to actually lose people and have the experience divide be weird. But yeah, you just sneak right on by over here. And this is another reason why I think this place is weird, being called the Dragon's Nest, because there's a lot of doppelgangers. And I mean a lot of them, because this last few floors here is just filled with them. Open that chest for a life jewel and another doppelganger. Those are the toughest, really? Those are the toughest enemies in this area for sure. And just, wow, there's way too many of them. Pile them on with other enemies such as the harpies and the wyverns, and it becomes a little bit of a tedious battle to deal with. We'll just go straight down from here, and we're out of this floor. And now, in order to get out of this floor, we need to, of course, fight more of these things. All right, moving down over here to the bottom right, we get a silver light. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. And this dungeon's almost over already. Just gotta get rid of more doppelgangers. I already see another one. I'm gonna take care of that right now. Let's use another starlight over here on Jean so she can actually do something. There we go. And then make sure Jean is actually healed. Here. Should be good. When Jean actually has MP, one blue dragon fist just on everybody, just gets rid of them really quickly. Almost done. We have one more floor to go. More doppelgangers. There are 5 of them. Okay. All right then. Red Dragon Anger. Use Blue Dragon Fist, please. You buff up everybody. Leo just attack. This is what I've been dealing with this entire dungeon. These things. It's just that when they're paired up with wyverns, that's when they get annoying because they just throw onion rings at you. These things by themselves aren't that bad if you can get rid of them quickly. But if you don't, that's where it becomes a hassle. Because Hero just can't quite cut it unless he gets a crit. And this usually does cut it, though.
Pretty kitty.
Like I said, pairing these enemies up with wyverns or the harpies, the wyverns especially, the onion rings of doom, it's not that bad unless you pair them up. Hero gains a level. More attack, please, more defense, and one more agility. Yay. Ronfar gains a level, which is strange that he's usually the last one to get a level, but I'm totally fine with that. Jean gains a level. Lamina gains a level, and I'm going to assume not Leo. Yep. So now Leo's the last one. I'm not exactly sure how that happened exactly, but okay. Everybody's up. No more surprises? Are we done? Okay, I think we're good. So now we have kind of a weird item here. The Chaos Armor. This might come in handy, but honestly, let me see if I can find it really quick so I can actually describe it. Provides random defensive power. That's exactly how it is described on the tin. Or Ronfar. Ronfar can wear it. That's pretty much, it's just a Ronfar thing for some reason. Yes, your defense is blanked out. You get more luck out of it, and you lose a little bit of magic defense because it's based on what he had on before that. Pretty much, depending on the battle, you might have like really good defenses, really low defenses. It's luck based. It's yeah. Let's just not. I don't want to be bothering with that at all. Meanwhile, we're finally done with this place. Thank you. See all this treasure here? We can't pick it up for some reason. I see a sword over there and I can't even pick that up. But honestly, a sword is not as good as this. The Gale Crest. The Gale Crest. I love this thing and I'm so happy I finally have it. Let me see where it is at so I can just point it out. There we are. The Gale Crest increases users' attacks. Keep that in mind because we have the Goddess Crest on Hero. Normally, the Gale Crest increases the attacks by 1, but with the Goddess Crest on, we get 5. Yeah, I mean, technically it's +2, but attacks are greatly increased. Does not work with staffs. 5 plus Althena's sword on, that equals 6 attacks. Hero can get a great buff out of this. I could put it on Leo and give him like more attacks since he only can really do 2, and that's actually kind of his worst downfall. But having Hero have more attacks just outright, I think greatly outweighs giving Leo 2 extra attacks with the Goddess Crest combo. That being said, that's pretty much the last bit of this dungeon, so we could leave with the White Dragon Wings if we want. We could have just used Lucius Pendant now I think about it since I was outside, but oh well. We're pretty much done with this place. What makes this a funny image is that I didn't use the Dragon Ship Destiny to get here, so it makes it just look completely stranded. It's like, oh, how do I get out of here? I'm stuck. But yeah, I could just use Lucius Pendant just to go up to the Dragon Ship Destiny, heal up. And I'm going to go to Vane in order to get more Starlights for the next place. Because next time Azure plays more Lunar Interior Eternal Blue Complete, I'm going to do another optional dungeon. See y'all then.